This is how to play the G minor chord on the guitar. In this video, I'm going to go over several different ways to play the G minor chord, and if you're a beginner, I'm going to start out very basic and then we'll get more and more advanced as we go. Let's get started. So probably the easiest way to play the chord is just using your first finger and put it flat on the 3rd fret across the first 3 strings of the guitar. I was just getting these fingers out of the way so you could see they're not in use, but you don't have to do that. You could actually use your 2nd finger to help you push down on these 3 strings. This is the notes B flat, D, and G. So the chord's kind of out of order, so it's called an inversion, but it's still a G minor chord, and it's great for beginners. You could do something like this. So if you need to play a song, by all means play the chord any way you possibly can. But if you're practicing at home, try to do it with this first finger so that you're building strength in that finger. And then once you get good at that, try adding either your 3rd finger or your pinky here on the 5th fret of the D string. You'll notice when I do that, my fingers aren't perfectly straight. They're kind of at an angle like this. Let's take a look at the full 6-string G minor bar chord. So to play this chord, you put your first finger on the 3rd fret across all 6 strings, but it's not perfectly straight like this. It's kind of turned like this. So I'm using this part of my first finger. So you could practice kind of rolling your finger that way. Then you put your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the A string and your pinky on the 5th fret of the D string. So these fingers are very close together and they're kind of helping each other out. The hardest part of this chord is getting your finger straight enough so that this note rings out. I've seen some people use their middle finger to kind of help press down on the first finger. Here's another way to play the G minor chord. So this one, you put your 3rd finger on the 12th fret of the G string and your 2nd finger on the 11th fret of the B string and your 1st finger on the 10th fret of the high E string. So all together. You can get some really nice sounds on the electric guitar like this. Here's the same idea, just using a few more strings. So this one, you put your 1st finger on the 10th fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 12th fret of the D string, your pinky on the 12th fret of the G string, your 2nd finger on the 11th fret of the B string, and then again your 1st finger is going to play the 10th fret of the high E string. So you're doing a bar chord like this, but then you add these fingers here like this. So for this bar chord, my finger is pretty straight and flat. I'm not rolling it to the side like that. I'm just straight, flat like this. And so that you don't accidentally play the low E string, just bring your first finger up a little higher so that it kind of muffles that string. So it'll be like that. So this way if I play the string it doesn't sound bad. So that'd be good for strumming. If you'd like to watch more of my videos, just search Guitarincrease. I'm Brett, and I hope to hear from you soon in the comments.